Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jimmy with the Weekly Rant. Had a very special guest here with me tonight. We have Butch Hobson. He's the manager of the Freedom team, the Freedom Division rather. And it's a pleasure to meet you here tonight. I wanted to meet you because you've had quite the resume. Now you guys are coming off of a Atlantic League championship, and this goes back to even when you were with the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees. One question I wanted to ask is, you're here for the All-Star game. What does it mean to be here in Bridgeport, managing a team? You have, I believe, two members of coaching staff and 5 players. You bring a lot to the table. What's that like for you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, being a part of an all-star team, no matter where it is or how it is or when it is, and you have that opportunity, it's a special thing, and that's the way that I feel about it. It's an honor, and I really love the Atlantic League. I believe in the Atlantic League. I think we do a lot of really good things for players as far as getting them back to organizations. I'm really happy to be here. I mean, I love Bridgeport. I think my wife's from New Britain, so
it's not
and it's really cool that everything is kind of happening the way it is downtown right here, and I think that we need that kind of things in our world today. That togetherness, and whether it's an all-star game or whatever it might be, it's pretty cool. And I'm really happy to be here.
That's wonderful. A lot of people are saying that they've done a wonderful job. The street fair itself, everything going on is wonderful. Now, you have a wonderful athlete on your team who's going to be competing in tomorrow afternoon's home run derby. Your outfielder, which I have to ask you got to help me on pronouncing his last name properly. Brian
Gabassos Galvez.
I was nowhere near that.
Yeah, well, Brian Galvez, you got pretty good. It's the middle one
that's the tough one.
Brian is he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's he's had some years, these last couple of years, where he's a fortune field outfielder. He gets to play a lot, and he's just a very aggressive swinger, and that's what he's always been. And he's made the All-Star team because he deserved it.
Sure, absolutely.
And then we've got another kid right down the road named Kevin Rivers, and a lot of people know that it's been awesome. It's pretty funny because he was the hottest hitter in the Atlantic League for like 2 weeks, and like 10 days ago we're in Camden. So he's hitting and he takes the ball one, and the catcher comes up and throws the ball back to the pitcher, and he hits him in the cut. And he had, really putting to his knee.
Really?
Yeah. So he was out for 10 days. But he was our hot, but he's made the All-Star team, and he's awesome dude. I have awesome people on my team. The league has awesome people in this league on their team. Players like to come here because they know that they can be involved in stuff like this. They can be involved in being
with everybody here and just having a good time.
Baseball, whatever it is.
Sure.
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's just like that big tall girl.
It's the tall girl hanging out over there.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. So now, tomorrow's game, you have so many players. There's got to be about 3-4 guys, almost a minimum, per team in the game. So at some point, do you think of a kind of a rival standpoint, or is it, let me send my guys out there, we're going to have a good time, we're all here having fun. How would you manage a game like this different to a regular season game?
Well, to start with, you have guys that are runners. I tell my teams, and I've done this a lot of years. I've been fortunate to do it. They've asked me to do it, and I'm supposed to do it. I tell them that if your game is running, structure stuff. If your game is bunting for a base hit or whatever, you structure stuff because the game is going to be scouted. And a lot of times that's part of the game that guys do. I'm not going to give a shield, I'm not going to give a bunch. It's an all-star game. It's an all-star game. So,
a good point you bring up is by strutting your stuff. And the one thing that drew my attention to looking at the roster, mainly the home run derby, being that there will be scouts here, at the same time you have fans that want to see these players perform at the highest level. Are you concerned at all about the home run derby and how it could potentially affect someone's swing? That's that myth out there that always people mention.
These aren't a bunch of rookies. They're 27, 28, 29-year-old guys that somewhere along the line they've been in an all-star game, they've been in a home run derby, and so you can't, when I'm throwing to you as a coach and you can't look for what I'm going to throw to you and end over the fence, then shame on you.
That's a good point. Does this feel like a road game? You had half your team here. You have most of your coaching staff.
My daddy-in-law and my cousins are coming down tomorrow, and a lot of their friends are friends of Kevin Rivers, and it's just going to be like a family homecoming for me.
It's fantastic. Butch, I appreciate your time very much. Thank you so much. Again, come on down. You can watch this fine gentleman, Butch Hobson, manage the Freedom Division in the All-Star game tomorrow. And again, we have the home run derby. Everything is going down. And meet Ric Flair as well. It's going to be a great time. We're here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Thank you very much. And there's the Ric Flair. Thanks, Butch. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.